Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. I think we are looking at one of the beers that I picked up the other day from the supermarket. I think it's one from Asda. Don't think it's a Tesco's one, but it could be a Tesco's one, so apologies for that. And the one we are looking at is from North Brewing Co, and it's a brewery I've not had a beer from in a long time, and I know generally they do some really good beers. The one we are looking at in this video is Another World Hazy IPA. It's coming in at 6%, 440ml can. I'm not sure if it's from Asda it was £3. If it was from Tesco's it was $3.75. I can't remember. Now that's their typical sort of branding. Alright, colours are slightly different. I'm a bit wired at the moment. I've got people asking me about work and everything, and I just need 10 minutes to switch off, and I thought I'd do a beer review, which is probably not the best idea, but we're going to do it anyway. As you can see, we're out in the garden. Apologies if I was looking at tidy. We've got the seat in here and what have you. Only uncovered it a couple of days ago. It's covered in bloody shit. But anyway, you don't need to know that. So let's get this beer open, see what we get. I'm sure there's plenty of you out there that are laughing at England, and plenty of you out there that are really disappointed with England. Really frustrating watching them. But let's get this beer in a glass and crack on. I'm going to pour it. I'll have a look after maybe. I can read it now, but I'll wait until I've stopped pouring, otherwise I'll end up pouring the beer over the bloody glass. So that'll do for now. There's still some left in there. On the can, zesty lime, sharp grapefruit, and sweet tangerine with a hint of soft tropical flavours and a refreshing bitter sherbet finish that leaves you wanting more. Now I've got to say, listening to that sounds quite nice. It does sound really refreshing. So I could show you. Look at that. I can't be asked to read that. I probably could read it if I hold it like that, but I can't be asked. So beer in a glass, there we go. It's quite light. Let me just pause it, hang on. I think the camera's steamed up. What have I done? Autofill. What's going on here? Off. No, I don't know. Always on. Oh shit, what am I doing here? I'm fucking around with it now. Right, start again. Right, beer in a glass. Beer in a glass, there we go. Hazy orange squash kind of looking sort of colour, if you like. Not really seeing any bubbles go up. Got the sun in my eyes a little bit. We got a finger of quite sort of spacious white head. Let's dive in on the nose. Now it says zesty lime, sharp grapefruit, sweet tangerine, hint of tropical flavours, refreshing. Be interesting what we get on the nose. Let's have a sniff. Oh, there is something there I like. Might be the smell of one of the hops there. There's a funny sort of smell. Is it maybe sherbety? I don't know. Zesty lime, no. Sharp grapefruit. I kind of like the smell, but it's a bit odd. On the nose, it's a funny sort of smell. I'm getting that funny sort of smell, but which I'm quite enjoying. Yeah. There is maybe a bit of lime in there, maybe grapefruit, but this could all be in flavour wise. Sweet tangerine and that. I don't know. Do you know what? I'm getting a mishmash there. So let's just dive in. We'll pour the rest in the glass. Talking too much, and I've got the rest in. It's maybe hazed up a touch more, and the head's looking a bit better. So let's go in, have a taste. North Brewing Co.'s Another World Hazy IPA, 6% ABV. It's from Tesco's, £3.75. It's from Asda, £3. Cheers. Very light. I think for 6% it seems quite light. Yeah, it's one of them that's, you know, it's light for 6%, I think. You know, don't get me wrong, it's not always a bad thing to have a light beer. But I think when you've got a bit of ABV there, you sort of want something a little bit heavier. So maybe they're looking, you know, I wouldn't say they're looking at it, but it's ideal for the summer because it's going to go down in that sense. Not massively busy on the carbonation, but you do feel it, and it is a constant fizz in your mouth, but doesn't really rough up the palate too much. I think behind that carbonation there is a nice soft liquid there, which is pleasant. On the taste, the whole experience is just quite pleasant. I'm not going to say it sort of blows your mind. Zesty lime, sharp grapefruit, sweet tangerine. I'm getting the sweetness in there. I think there is a zesty lime and there is maybe a little bit of grapefruit in there. A sweet tangerine. Maybe there is tangerine in there, but maybe that sweetness is coming from the malt, because I feel there's a little bit of a malty backbone to this. And I think maybe the maltiness is bringing that sweetness out in it. Bitter sherbet finish that leaves you wanting more. Let's have a look at that. I suppose in a way it kind of is there. 6%. Drink's very easy. It is light, it is sort of summery. It is one that goes down well. Depending on what you want from a hazy IPA, is really going to depend, I think, if you think this is any good. I think it's quite nice and enjoyable, but it's not a 6% hazy IPA that I would necessarily want. It would be something I'd want, something a little bit bigger, a little bit bolder. That's not to say this one is bad though, because it is quite enjoyable, because it is a bit lighter. I do like the flavours. Asda, £3. I think a good price. $3.75. I'd maybe question, say, is it a little bit overpriced maybe, but I wouldn't say it's, you know, there's not much in it. There's not much in it. So we'll ignore the price. We'll just say, is it a nice beer? I think overall, yeah, generally it's a nice beer. Depending on what you want from that beer is going to depend whether you really like it or whether you really think it's worth it. But it's going to go down nice and easy. It's refreshing. It's going to be lovely for a summer's day, and hopefully we're going to get a few of them. So there you go. There's my thought on North Brewing Co.'s Another World Hazy IPA, 6% ABV. I like it. I like it. It doesn't wow me, but it's a nice, enjoyable drink. If you've had the beer, let me know what you think. Feel free to comment. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you again soon on another one, and maybe from outside. Who knows?